today playing the Total War Warhammer 2 Battle Replay. So this was just epic. This is such a fun one. Let's turn off gem effects. So yeah, here frontline of spearmen, right? Some cheap and cheerful infantry, and backline. All right, I've got some swordmasters of Hoeth to just plug in the gaps, you know, wherever they're needed. Some white lines of strays for their armor piercing, and I've got 3 units of just archers, not the Loathed Sea Guard, so I don't have any spearmen guarding the flanks. You know, well, Loathed Sea Guard, right? So I don't have them guarding the flanks at all. I'm just hoping I don't get charged in the back so much. So yeah. Anyway, I also have this Athilmar chariot because against the Dark Elves, I think that'll really help me against some of their like better infantry. Just like break their formations, just charge in, run out, you know, go after some dark shards, sod off again. You know, just keep it moving basically. So that's the plan. I thought I'd give it a go, and I think it does quite well actually. So we'll keep an eye on them. Also, I've got Tyrion leading, so I've kept him on foot to avoid the Blackguard and Nagaron from able to do a load of damage to him. I've also got a noble, so nice anti-large. So in case, you know, say Malekith dives down and starts attacking these guys, between them they should be able to deal with him pretty easily. And I also have a Lawmaster of Hoeth. So that way, you know, more brilliant frontline fighting, but also get Earthblood and Spirit Leech and Melkolth's Mystifying Miasma. You know, I get some good utility out of this guy. So, yeah, pretty great, you know, sort of hero squad there. Really useful. I think all small, it makes it harder for Dark Shards to take him out, and I think it's just good to keep him on the ground. We'll see, though. It might be better to keep, you know, well, actually, none of those guys can go on the air, can they? But they can be on horses, so we'll see. Actually, the Lawmaster can't, but the other 2 can. But anyway, so my opponent's army. So here you see he's got unit of Bleak Swords, a unit of Dread Spears on either side. So obviously, you know, good for like killing infantry and killing large units. So quite cool matchup, just having the 2 on either side. In the front, so you think, you know, he's baiting me with the Dark Shards, right? But you know, behind me does have the Blackguard of Nagaron and 2 Hargoneth Executioners. So that's gonna hurt. He's also got a Dreadlord with a sword and shield, and he's also got a Sorceress of Fire. So, pretty cool. Now, what I didn't know he had is in here. So you can see on either side he's got some Witch Elves and some Dark Riders. So he's got them on both sides, right? So these guys will be great flanking force, and frankly the Witch Elves, they can do serious damage if he jumps on a high value target with them, because they won't be able to disengage from them. So he can free up, you know, his other units to deal with things, and doesn't have to worry about my better targets, because mine will just go berserk and fight Witch Elves, which might be a complete waste of time. So, interesting. So, let's speed things up. That's chat. Let's speed things up. There we go. So, straight away, using my, you know, better range, I am doing a lot of damage to these Dark Shards with my 3 units of archers, which is great, because I really want to do as much damage to these guys as quickly as possible. You can see, though, model count hasn't gone down that much. They've only lost 9 models. So here, I actually send the white lines of trace to one side. I send the Swordmasters in this way, which I should have probably snuck around and in, but I wanted to basically just hit these guys nice and quickly and try and get them dead. Honestly, I wanted to get rid of these guys, so that way I could move around the flank. And I was hoping my spears could just hold up against the Hargoneth Executioners for a while, with support from my heroes. So that was the plan. So you can see 1 charge of the chariot. I don't know how many kills he's on. Only 8, but you can see he did a lot of damage to those Dread Spears, and some damage to the Bleak Swords. So that's really good. Now though, you can see my archers are very vulnerable. So I'm trying to do some more damage to these Hargoneth Executioners. I get a lovely flame attack on those Dark Shards. Might have been better to use it on these guys, to be honest. You know, doing a lot of damage to the Hargoneth Executioners would definitely help. Because, yeah, I mean, yeah, Dark Shards are annoying, but I do have these Athilmar chariots in the back. So, Blackguard Nagaron, I attacked a bit there, which probably not a great idea with them, but it's alright, it's alright. So here, though, he does come in with his Dark Riders in the side. He's coming from the other side as well. But, yeah, I am bringing these white lines to come and help. So that's good. And you can see there's going to be a, I think, Piercing Bolts here. Yep. So Piercing Bolts hits me, does pretty significant damage, actually. So, pretty good. So here, I've managed to do a lot of damage to these Dark Riders. That's really good. Before the white lines even turned up, by the looks of it. So now, though, annoyingly, there are these Witch Elves, and they're actually going to do pretty well against the White Lions, because the White Lions, a lot of their utility is wrapped up in their armor piercing. Not a problem against Witch Elves. Here, unarmored Witch Elves. Brilliant, send the chariots in. And, well, you'll see how well that goes. And there we go, they're out of control, which means they're just going to sit there and fight them now, which is awful. So I've got some spearmen in a massive line over here, wrapping up a load of their units. That's pretty good for me. Here, their Dreadlord is getting pretty beaten up by Techless. I've got a Noble in here, but Noble's anti-large and these guys are anti-infantry, so that's going to hurt. Here, I peel off my white lines because I really need to free up these chariots. And again, it's armor-piercing against unarmored things. It's a waste for me. It's a real waste. He's getting great value out of them, but I had to free up my chariots. Because if my chariots can get out of here, they can get loads of value fighting everything else. So the Swordmasters, I decided, aren't going to sit here anymore because now it's just my heroes fighting. My spearmen are out of here. So I really need to get on these Blackguard, because I can do a lot of damage to the Blackguard, actually, with the Swordmasters. They should do very well here. So, you know, it's anti-infantry versus anti-large. So, you know, better for me. So over here, you know, everyone's going crazy. My archers are getting seriously just decimated. Yeah, my white lines, they are slowly carving through these witch elves, and actually the Thilmar chariot, even just standing there, like 94 kills, is doing a lot of damage to the witch elves, because they are unarmoured, so it is actually a good target. It's just the fact they can't keep moving in and out. So they're taking damage they shouldn't, you know, they shouldn't be taking. So it's tough. Annoyingly though, my white line's over here, and the archers run away from the rear charges from these Dark Riders, so that's really bad. Luckily though, some of my spearmen are coming back. But in the front line here, these Harganeth Executioners, not many left, but, you know, enough to cause some serious damage to this Noble. So that's not good for me. Also, my Lawmaster is knackered. This was not good. He was in there for too long on his own, which is really bad. The Swordmaster Howarth's trying to help out, but this is still tough. I mean, they outnumber them a lot. And over here, you know, these spearmen are just going to get, yeah, they're getting popped up. Rear charge from Witch Elves, really bad. You can see here, though, the Thilmar chariot is back. I have that back. I have it under control. So that's great. It doesn't look like I've lost any models yet. So I'm trying to pull them out through this way, so the white lines can take on the Dark Riders. I've got some spearmen in here helping. And now I can get these guys into this blob, start doing some damage to these bleak swords, hopefully save this Noble. So you can see pretty huge damage there, which is great. My Lawmaster's gone, I needed him for healing. Spirit Leech on his Dreadlord would be really useful. But I am starting to get some Archer Fire. I'm trying to get the Archer Fire on his Witch Elves because they're unarmoured, so I can get good value out of them. And I'm sending the White Lions probably after these bleak swords, I suppose, which is a bit of a shame. And I'm also sending the Chariots because I want to wipe these guys out. So you can see huge damage from that charge. So they're getting really damaged. So that's really good. So now, though, the Noble is also gone. So that's the Noble and my Lawmaster have both been taken out. Look at the damage on both of them. So in this fight is Tyrion and Bleak Swords and one Harganeth Executioner, a Sorceress, the Dark Riders. Now, all of these Dread Spears and all of these Harganeth Executioners. Not good. Not good, guys. So my Chariot, still going, doing some damage to this Blackguard. I had to hit him with something. But yeah, they've still got a lot of models and they are very hurt. So this is especially bad because they've got their Dark Shards back. So that's bad. So I've got the White Lions back though, and the White Lions should do pretty well against the Blackguard and Agaron. So that's great. So that helps. I've got these other ones here too. I'm just shooting into this blob, so I'm doing a lot of damage hitting these Bleak Swords in the back. So that's really good. That is really good for me. They're not going to get the advantage of their shields if they're facing the wrong way. Tyrion still fighting all of this, which is amazing. That is really good. So Harganeth Executioner's now running out after these White Lions of Trace, which is very annoying. And now I'm trying to go in for these guys. The Noble is coming with. Probably should have waited for these guys to charge in first, because they're going to take a lot of damage before they can get the support from these guys, which is a bit iffy. So yeah, Witch Elves in here still. So Tyrion's probably going to go crazy in a minute. So that's not good. Here you can see the Thilmar Chariots. I tried to charge them in. They just managed to charge through, and before I could turn around and hit them again, they fled. They took too much damage on the approach from the Dark Shards, so that's really bad. So I hit the Dreadlord with a Spirit Leech, which is fantastic. That is great news for me. I got some Swordmasters coming in, all 22 of them, but he's just gonna unload on me with these Dark Shards. These guys can take so much damage so quickly. So that's really annoying. And even more annoying is that Spirit Leech didn't even kill him. He's still going. How much health he got? 41! He has 41 health. And I have nothing to hit him with. Actually, these archers probably could have hit him. Yeah, they could have walked forward a bit. So that's irritating. I probably could have killed him. I didn't think he was on that low health. Blimey. So anyway, so Tyrion still fighting everything. Some White Lions trying to help, so that's good, but look at their morale. Their leadership is terrible right now. Still has this Sorceress of Fire charging in. Clearly he doesn't have a lot of Wind's magic left, so he's just trying best. So yeah, hitting these Dark Shards again. I'm just trying to hit them with everything. These guys are almost out of ammo though. And he's actually still got a ton of ammunition. So this is pretty scary. So actually, in here somewhere, Where are they? Here, I do have my Thermal Chariots back. Only 2 of them, but they're back. They're back, which is good. Unfortunately, though, they can't hide, so they can be seen. And now I'm about to run out of ammo, and they're in range of my archers. I should have pulled them back, but I figured if I pulled them back, they'd probably just break, and I don't want them to shatter. So now, though, Noble is back again. Somehow he's still in the fight. How much health has he got? 200, and some white lines are back. So I'm not out yet, and Tyrion somehow is still killing. How many kills has he got? 214. Is that all? So 214. He's got crazy melee defense right now. He's going to be taking like 0 damage. 114 melee defense and 103 melee attack. Okay, so that's just dropped, but still. Mad stats. Really incredible. He's just got great buffs. So very cool. Unfortunately, though, he's still got these Dark Riders. They're just going to be finishing everything. And I'm pretty sure, yeah, the chariots did actually run away again and just came back again. Leadership's not looking great for my army, honestly, guys. So here, he starts shooting it with the Dark Shards, but he's concerned about friendly fire. So he stops. He decides to try and go for them, right? Army loss here, right? So it's just Tyrion left. And now the Witch Elves have made him go out of control, so that's annoying. If he has any like bonuses he can use, he's not going to get them. And also, that does drop his melee defense a little bit. It's still on 54, but still, it drops his melee defense, and I don't want that happening. So that's not good. Luckily, though, not a lot of Witch Elves left, not a lot of Dread Spears left, but oh, he's coming with cavalry as well now. So that's not good. So my guys are coming back again. So yeah, just the white lines. They have almost no leadership at all. Yeah, it's going to take him a long time to get here as well, and he's going to see me with the Dark Shards. Annoyingly though, look how close he is to breaking. If I could just get to him, but there's no chance. He's on a horse. He'll see me coming and run away. So I just have to trigger army losses by killing this trash, basically, which is very unfortunate. So I tried moving these guys into the forest, but they just shatter. So that's not good. So I'm pretty sure it is actually just Tyrion here. I think that's all that's left. So yeah, doing a lot of damage. How many kills are he on now? 254. So he's doing okay. He's doing pretty well. So you know, still some Blackguard here. 21 Blackguard. He's still got these 17 Dark Riders, 27 and 50 Dark Shards with plenty of ammo, and he's also got his Dreadlord. So things aren't looking great. Things are not looking good. So, but you can see though, these Blackguard almost had enough. They are taking serious damage and they are exhausted, but then so is Tyrion. But Tyrion gets to trigger Feint and Riposte again, so he's got 22% physical resist, 27 melee defense, 26 melee attack. So now we look mad stats again, over 100 melee attack. So he's going to be doing crazy damage to these guys again. And here I see he got a bit close with his Dark Shards, so I charge them. So that's going to be some more kills for me. These guys are going to be very soft targets. Because I was actually chatting to this guy, who's a friend of mine, and yeah, they just decided to walk right up to him instead of shooting him. So I managed to shatter these Dark Shards. That's great news. And these guys are nice and close too, so I charged them too. But apparently they just were refusing to shoot from any distance. They kept trying to walk further and further forwards towards him, and they just wouldn't fire. So, really good news for me. Really good news. So, how much health has Tyrion got left? 500. 440. Not good, not good. So, as you can see, you know, the enemy army is not having a good time here. And boom! That's pretty handy, right? So, hang on, what ability is that anyway? And I can't check now. I can't remember what it's called. But yeah, he's got like a chance to get just more health when he's about to die. And that's what happened. And then suddenly, they got a leadership hit. Because suddenly, instead of there just being like a weak opponent nearby, they saw him as a strong opponent is nearby. And that was enough to hit their leadership, to break them. And it just, yeah, escalated. Army losses hit. So literally down to the last man. Tyrion was the last one in my army. And he managed to win. 299 kills. Which is insane. Tyrion is a real trooper. So, I mean, it's crazy, right? 299 kills. But that's what happens when you bring a Dreadlord with a sword and shield. They're just not very good at combat, really. Not against, like, Tyrion. But you see, Lawmaster Hoeth, not a huge amount of kills, but he managed to get some heals out, some Spirit Leech, Malthus Mystifying Miasma, I think he used. He managed to get off on one of the, you know, more elite units, so either... Oof, look at that, 166, 127... 122 for the Witch Elves. These guys did great. So yeah, you can see this army did fantastically. You know, they did really well, but unfortunately, just Tyrion wouldn't die. He just refuses. It's amazing. So the Athilmar chariot, obviously, keep it away from witch elves. That is all you need to do. Just keep it away from witch elves. I mean, it was even able to just charge into Blackguard and Agarond and get out before they took much damage, which is really good. That's really good for just slowing up, you know, valuable units like that. Stop them from getting on anything else. So, pretty amazing. But yeah, just they did serious work, these chariots. I mean, 164 kills, and they got completely trapped and then targeted by all the Dark Shards. You know, that's pretty incredible. These guys are great. So I think they're really good against the Dark Elves, but you've got to watch out for those things that can make them out of control. As you do with a lot of units against the Dark Elves. That is a very cruel tactic of theirs. But yeah, really cool. So you can see, you know, White Lions did really well, the Swordmaster did really well. A lot of those kills were against elite units as well. So that's pretty cool. The Noble didn't really have a great target, honestly, because, you know, he's great anti-large, he is great at killing mounted heroes, but there really weren't any. I mean, his Dreadlord, yeah, but I could never catch him, because he didn't really commit him to battle, because he got, you know, completely ruined. So, yeah, Lord Marshal Howarth, though, I think is great. I think that's a must-have pick in an army like this. I think a mage, bit squishy. I like the Lord Master Howarth. Not as many Winter Magic, but they seem to make good use of themselves. Because he managed to fight off, like, you know, a load of Hargoneth executions and all sorts for ages. Without him in that line, it would have broken. He could have surrounded me in a load of other places. So, I think he's really valuable. So, guys, if you enjoyed this, please do comment, like, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Have a good day, guys.